Chapter 1123 begins with a scene where most of Marines who had come for the Buster Call operation are shown unconscious. The only ones still conscious are S-Snake, Borsalino, and Saturn, but Borsalino is paralyzed by the emotional trauma of having killed Vegapunk. Saturn, meanwhile, has something he needs to retrieve from Egghead. However, since he can't move the warship alone, it seems safe to say that Luffy and his crew have successfully escaped from Egghead. Dory and Brogy mention that they've come to pick up Luffy, the Sun God Nika, which strongly suggests that their next destination is Warland, home to the warrior village known as Elbaf. In this video, I'll analyze what might happen in Elbaf based on the information we currently have. It's hard to say when we will be able to check if these predictions are accurate, but we will give it our best shot. Hi, welcome to my secret channel. I'm Lunapienart, a Japanese translator and the owner of the channel called Dusk. Since I'm involved with submitting translated manga to publishers, I avoid posting content related to the latest chapter until the official Jump release date. However, since the first page is officially released on Friday, I'll be sharing my analysis and thoughts on the future of One Piece from a native Japanese perspective in this video. I'll discuss the latest chapter after Monday, so if you have any observations or questions, feel free to leave them in comments. Actually, there's a lot of mistranslations out there these days, so if you have any doubts about the nuance of the characters' dialogue, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Anyway, I miss Stussy-sama. So let's start by thinking about why Luffy and his crew are heading to Elbaf. What do you think is going to happen there? I see three major possibilities. A struggle over the road poneglyphs, unveiling the mystery of the Blue Planet, the plan to relocate the world population to the Sky Islands. Let's break these down one by one. First, let's talk about the upcoming struggle for road poneglyphs. The idea that pirates will be fighting over the road poneglyphs at Elbaf was actually hinted at the letter from Jump Festa. I explained this in the previous video, but there was a clue hidden in that letter about what they might be fighting over. Let's take a closer look at this part. In Japanese, a single hiragana character consists of both consonant and a vowel, allowing messages to be hidden vertically within horizontal text. A kind of wordplay to subtly convey a hidden message. Can anyone read these four hiragana characters? They spell Akaishi, which means red stone. Yes, this likely refers to red stone, road poneglyph. It seems certain that battle for the road poneglyphs will break out among the pirates at Elbaf. At Egghead, Luffy forced major opponents from the world government, including Lucci, Borsalino, and the Five Elders, so in the next island, we can probably expect to see battle between the Straw Hat Pirates and other pirates' crews. It seems likely that Yonko pirates will be involved in the upcoming battle for the road poneglyphs. Honestly, there's a chance that Shanks and Buggy might already know how to reach Laugh-Tale, but if they're still aiming for One Piece, they won't be able to avoid getting caught up in the fight with other pirates. The pirate crew that are likely to possess road poneglyphs are the Red Hair Pirates and Blackbeard Pirates and the Straw Hat Pirates. The Straw Hat currently have copies of 3 road poneglyphs. Although it wasn't shown that Blackbeard stole a road poneglyph from Law, if he already has them, that would mean he has 2, and considering his crew's infiltration of Whole Cake Island, it's possible he has 3. As for Shanks, Kid's crew offered him a road poneglyph, so if he accepted it, he is confirmed to have at least 2. Personally, I believe Shanks went to Elbaf after Wano to gather information about the man with the brown skull. It's even possible that Shanks already has a copy of the world poneglyph in that man's possession. If you are interested in the connection between the man with brown skulls and Elbaf, check out this video where I discuss this in more detail. On the other hand, it's unlikely that Cross Guild has acquired a world poneglyph yet. While Crocodile and Mihawk were annoyed by Buggy's declaration, it seems that securing One Piece might be their only viable option for creating a utopia in the sinking world. Additionally, Sword seems poised to join the battle for One Piece. In chapter 1152, Kobe mentioned that he must stop Luffy's dream. Personally, I don't think this means Kobe wants to take down Luffy over other pirates, but rather that their mission might inevitably stand in the way of Luffy's dream. After all, the only Marines who can ignore the world government's orders and act freely are the members of Sword. There's a good chance that these forces could end up crashing in Elbaf, given that this island literally called Warland. Next, let's talk about the mystery of the Blue Planet. Before entering the Egghead arc, Oda-sensei took a break and left us with this phrase in a letter. 今まで隠してきたこの世界の謎、全部書いていきます。I will reveal all the mysteries of this world that I've been hidden until now. In chapter 1066, Oda-sensei revealed that Soul is alive and that the books the scholars of Ohara protected were brought to Elbaf. Why did Oda-sensei choose to keep Soul alive? Of course, there's the emotional aspect of reuniting with Robin, but perhaps he also wanted to give Soul the role of explaining the history of the Blue Planet. If Vegapunk were to die, Soul would be the perfect person to share this history with Luffy and his crew. I'm sorry, Lilith. Now, let's consider the history of the Blue Planet itself, in which Luffy and his crews live. The oldest known human civilization dates back 4,000 years with the construction of the Albarna Palace. However, this scene shows us that the Blue Planet has much longer history. Queen said like this: "This is the power that ruled the world for over 100 million years." Suggests that the dinosaurs too once roamed this ancient world, a fact that seems to be common knowledge on the Blue Planet. I believe that the ancestor of the current giants were living alongside the dinosaurs long ago. The biggest reason for this is that when Dory and Brogy were first depicted, they appeared together with dinosaurs. Although it's coincidental that Dory and Brogy started their duel on Little Garden, I think the intention behind portraying giants on this ancient island was to recreate the primordial era of the Blue Planet on this island. But we could have one question. Why did dinosaurs, which ruled once Blue Planet, disappeared? The answer is likely straightforward. I think it's for the same reason that the dinosaurs went extinct in our world. One of the leading theories is the asteroid impact. It's believed that the massive asteroid, about 10 to 15 kilometers in diameter, struck near the present-day Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, forming the Chicxulub crater. This impact caused the debris to be thrown into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight for months or even years, leading to a significant drop in Earth's temperature and the collapse of the ecosystems that depends on the photosynthesis. This event is known as the impact winter. I think the same impact winter occurred in the One Piece world when an asteroid collided with the Blue Planet, leading to the extinction of the dinosaurs. Moreover, it's shown that the giants are particularly vulnerable to the cold. So why did the giants survive when the dinosaurs went extinct? The answer likely lies in the Winter Solstice Festival traditional passed down in Elbaf. Carmel described this ritual as follows. The Winter Solstice Festival celebrates the death and rebirth of the sun. The sun passes through the freezing winter and warms once again with its matchful light. This ritual probably originated from the giants' need to survive harsh winters with minimal food. For giants who are naturally weak against the cold, the sun could have become a divine figure. In fact, they do worship the sun god. It has also been revealed by Dory and Broggy and Vegapunk that the sun god Nika is a deity worshipped in Elbaf. By the way, when thinking about asteroids, the symbol on the castle of the Goa kingdom comes to mind. It vaguely resembles an asteroid. Looking at the geography of Dawn Island, the Goa kingdom is surrounded by walls at the center of the island. Beyond these walls is Great Terminal, and further out, mountains encircle the entire area. The landscape suggests the impact of an asteroid. This could explain why the central mountains were destroyed, creating a flat plain. It's possible that the Goa kingdom was founded on this impact site. If an asteroid struck this land and initiated a long winter, it makes sense that the giants who longed for the sunlight named the island Dawn. Under the influence of the impact winter, the giants would have been eagerly awaiting the sun return, or the dawn. Another shocking revelation for the people of the One Piece world was Vegapunk's warning about the world sinking. It's concerned that hit close to home, especially since Japan, where I currently live, is also high alert for major earthquakes. This is something I can't just brush off as someone else's problem. If anything happened to me, I hope Stussy-sama will carry on my work and continue posting on this channel. How do you think, Stussy-sama?
No, I'm too lazy to do that.
But jokes aside, Elbaf could become an essential place for the people around the world of One Piece. As I mentioned in this video, there are limited ways for them to survive. One way is to learn to live on the sea, whether by becoming pirates or relying on the navy. The second option is to climb the Red Line, though it's unlikely the Celestial Dragons would accept people from the surface, making this difficult choice. The third option is to move to the Sky Island. I believe the key to reaching Sky Islands lies in Elbaf. If you look at this scene in Elbaf, you can spot what seems to be a shadow or a path. This might be a high west peak or a hidden route that Rouge and his crew used to reach the Sky Island, Baron Terminal. We could see a scenario where the people of the Blue Planet evacuate to the Sky Island. It would be a reversal of what happened in Skypiea when its people fled to the Blue Sea. Since they owe Luffy and his crew a favor, they might be willing to accept them into their world. Actually, there are another various hints that suggest the connection between Sky Islands and Elbaf. For starters, one of the giants mentioned the Sky Island, which aren't widely known to the general public. Bonnie even said to Kuma, maybe Nika is on the Sky Island because it's closer to the sun. This indicates that the giants might also believe that Nika resides on the Sky Islands. Interestingly, a giant-like figure is depicted on the map of Skypiea. Additionally, there's another clue linking Elbaf to the Sky Island. It's not just that giants live on Elbaf. The island itself is enormous, and the creatures around it are also huge. Does this remind you with another place with unusually large flora and fauna? That's right, the verse in Skypiea. Despite originally being part of Jaya, the fauna and fauna on the section of Jaya that was sent to the sky grew much larger compared to those in the Jaya forest on the ground. When Zoro wondered about this phenomenon, Robin explained, "It's probably because of the components that form the sea clouds and the sky clouds." The environment surrounding this sky island seems to have the power to nurture plants and animals at an abnormal speed. This component is likely the pyrobrine. This suggests that Elbaf might also have environments similar to Verse filled with pyrobrine from the sea clouds and island clouds. It seems that the next arc might focus on the theme of the sky. Currently, Saturn and York are still on the Egghead Island. Saturn's initial object was to eliminate Vegapunk and retrieve York, the power plant, and Punk records. Therefore, it's expected that he will collect all these and return to Marijoa. While the Mother Flame appears incomplete, if the power plant is taken back to the Marijoa, there's a high possibility that they might once again use an ancient weapon powered by the Mother Flame for an attack. The ancient weapon they possess is likely Uranus, which seems to involve cloud-based attack. Before the story moves into the Elbaf, it might be worth revisiting the Sky Island arc for some interesting insights. I've found a few hints that connect the Sky Island arc to the final arc, which I discuss later on this channel or Dawn Dusk channel. I'm also looking forward to hearing your thoughts on the final arc. See you in the next video.